This here's old John T. Hardcore. The T's for testosterone. People's always asking me, John T., what have you did in your life? Well, old John T. don't like talking about himself too much, but I'm going to do it this here one time. Well, I was about 22 right after I graduated high school. I was giving thought to going off to community college, but I decided to serve my country in the military. I was looking for a branch to join, so I thought about the Air Force. I figured they could use old John T. Got down there at the Air Force, and it wasn't long before they figured out old John T.'s pretty sharp, so they took me in one of them F-4 Phantoms over, flying over in Vietnam. Chasing them dudes around everywhere. You know, it didn't take long before they had old John T. learning them other boys how to fly F-4 Phantoms over in Vietnam. I'd have to get on to them every now and then. I was talking to them one day and I said, now daggone it, boys, y'all gonna have to lay off them afterburners. We ain't getting but about 3 miles a gallon. What do you think they do? Just pump that stuff out of the ground? Well, you know, I got them calmed down there. I had to bring them back down to earth. Well, time went on, and you know, us instructors had to get out there and prove ourselves every now and then. So I was out there one day tooling around, and this Meg come out there in front of me, you know, right quick. You know, I heard tell it was old Ho Chi Minh himself behind the wheel of that Meg, but the government could neither confirm nor deny. Well, I was cruising along there, and I was kind of playing with him like a cat with a mouse, and he got to acting pretty serious, but I stayed right on his tail there, you know. We was zigging in his act. We must have been running 225 miles an hour anyway. We was just escaping along. Well, he zigged and zagged, and I got tired of playing with him. So I reached down on the shifter there and flipped the button up. Reached down and touched old Betsy off my trusty wing-mounted 30-06. Well, you know, I must have hit him slap in the bell house, and they was transmission parts come everywhere. I'm pretty sure that it was gear shift lever that knocked my windshield wiper off. Well, you know, I did manage to land pretty safely there. They gave us some serious thought, and they said, you know, John T., you just wanted to time them up there in the sky. We could use you as a commando. Well, they sent me that commando training there, you know. Had me scuba diving, had me jumping out of planes, taught me them weapons, and taught me how to blow stuff up. Yeah, I went to both days of the school. I'm telling you what, boy, it was a busy time for old John T. Well, lo and behold, one night came the time to deploy the John T. horse. You know, they give some thought to cloning me at one time. Said it would give them some unfair advantages. They's going to take a little DNA. You know what DNA is, don't you? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Didn't think old John T. know that one, did you? Well, I'll tell you what, boys, it was a dark night. Had me on the back at C-130, and they lowered the tailgate. Didn't have nothing on but my 1911 and my trusty K-bar. I was ready to go to town. They shoved me out of the back of that dude. Well, you know, boy, I was cruising down through there. I was going to open kind of low there, about 100 yards off the ground. I pulled that main chute, and poof, that thing come out, got all tangled up and squirrely around there with me. I had to cut her loose, buddy, about 6 inches off the ground. I hit that reserve, boom, poof, come right out there on the ground. Kind of stunned me for a second. I jumped up, had my K-bar out. You know, I was right in the middle of about 150 of them little bitty fellers. It was a rough night for old John T. You know, I hated to have to kill them all, but by golly, they had to be taught a lesson. John T. Hardcore, All-American, son off.